inside NBA superstar Stephen Curry's $50 million Malibu home.
This is not his house. Like, this is just straight AI. Like, this is like misinformation spread upon misinformation, because AI will make anything true. Published April 2022. Right? Steph put $51 million into a home he barely lives in. That's because he doesn't live there. This house just sold. And there's absolutely no headline of Steph Curry loses $20 million from selling his Malibu home. Look, nothing. Steph Curry sells Malibu. Nothing. This particular video has over 2 million views from 3 years ago, and it's clickbait. But the thing is, nobody really knows that it's clickbait because Steph Curry doesn't own this damn house. Welcome back to Celebrity Sunday. I am your celebrity.
Look at this dude.
Host, Drayson. And today, we gonna talk about Team USA. That's right, we're talking about Team USA basketball. And yeah, you know what? I wasn't even sure exactly, what we were going to do today. I actually had a few different ideas, but after watching Steph Curry cook, I said, man, you know what? We got to just do a Steph Curry banger. We got to hit from deep, you know what I'm saying? And put him to sleep. Yeah. Congratulations again to those guys. I mean, Steph Curry had me pumped with those last few shots. I mean, look. Man, I was just that's how I lost my voice. I don't, I know it's probably gonna pop up throughout the video, but I done lost my voice because I was just like so excited by everything that was happening. So anyway, I'm like super pumped right now, so that's why I have all this damn energy. But man, that was a very exciting game. It was a lot better than the game watching, Serbia. Watching that game from Serbia had me like, yeah, let's go. So yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions, that Serbia game. So it was a little nice change of pace to see them head, not necessarily comfortably, but because they're so talented, it's just like I felt like at any moment they could blow it up and be up by like 20. And it almost happened, but then France came back because Mr. Wembanyama, he was just going crazy. But anyway, today we're going to look at Steph Curry's houses. In fact, because this is a special episode, okay? We're going to look at every house that he has ever owned and lived in. That's right. This is a comprehensive video of every real estate purchase that Steph has made to live in. Personal residences only. We're not doing any income properties, investment properties, because this video will probably be like 6 hours long, because I could find the portfolio, or at least the management company that he has his ventures in, and look through the things that they've purchased. And I'm telling you, like, it'll be a 6 hour long video. So anyway, we're gonna check out every, and I really do mean every, okay? This is a banger. Every single property that he's ever purchased, owned, and lived in, period. And at the end of all this, we are also going to talk about the biggest problem that Stephen Curry currently faces at home. Now, there is this one property I'm not 100% sure on that is in Malibu. I do want to start with that simply because it's so close to home. It's so close to home that, everything else is going to be in the Bay. Everything else is going to be in the territory that I would not consider myself to be an expert in. But when it comes to Malibu, I know some Malibu. So we're gonna check out this place in Malibu, and you know, let's check out some crazy, insane real estate. I know usually I'd be like, man, you know, for those who don't know who Steph, you know what? Screw it. For those who don't know who Steph Curry is, I don't know why you don't know who Steph Curry is. I'm pretty sure he's been on your TV. I know for a fact that you had to see him if you turned on the Olympics at all on NBC. I'm sure you've seen him in the ceremony. I'm sure you've seen him in the NBA Finals. The reason why I'm talking like this, I know some people aren't going to know, but if for some reason Shannon Sharp's seen this video right now, he know exactly why I'm talking like this. I'm going to turn my back. They ain't going to do nothing. It's going to be nothing. He know he ain't going to do nothing. For those who don't know, that's one of Shannon Sharp. I'm not even about to say if you don't know who Shannon Sharp is. But anyway, somebody that I refer to as Unc, like a ton of other people. Unc has a friend who talked like that, so that's why I was talking like that. It's a joke that you won't understand. Okay, I'm sorry. This deal with me being, you know, like this. Okay, I'm sorry, but again, Steph Curry, if you don't know who he is, he's the greatest shooter of all times. Okay, he is called Chef Curry, and he always cooking. And he is a 4-time NBA champion. He is a unanimous MVP. He is him, okay? Squared. He just him. So anyway, he's super famous. So if you don't know him for some reason, I don't know what you do with your life. All right, so this first place that we're looking at is a 3-bedroom penthouse in Oakland. Okay, this was like the first purchase. He got it for just under 1.5 back in March of 2012. He ended up selling the property in 2014, April 2014, for just under 1.5. So he did not make any money on this sale. Like, this was not an investment at all on his part. He ended up buying another property in July 2013. So he was trying to sell this property for, you know, months. And that's kind of why he settled, you know, on 1.5. It's like, man, if I can get out of this property and paying taxes on it, because that just keeps eating up into whatever you could potentially make on the actual sale. But he didn't make any money on the sale of this property whatsoever. The property actually recently sold in April of 2024. So this year, April this year, the property recently sold for a little over 1.6. So, you know, what we could do, or at least what I intend on doing, is, you know, we might as well check out what the place looks like now. But, you know, I really didn't pay any attention to what it looked like when he was going to sell it. As you can see, it's not like very fancy or anything like that. This is, I mean, it's 2013. You know, this is actually pretty good. 2013, this is up to date. So, you know, having the granite counters, like, this is a nice condo. It's got nice views, you know, decent bathroom. They got a balcony right there off of the primary. This is like an excellent condo to start off. Yeah, this is nice. To you know, like, to start off and you're in like the city, like, this is nice. I like it. You know, gym, not necessarily the views of the freeway, but the views of that ocean in the bay. I like that. All right, you got your pool amenities. I wonder if this was a full service building with a doorman. I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but I probably could look and find out. But, you know, I don't want to do any more research because we have so many houses to see. Like, I know I told you guys we're going to look at all of his properties. I want you to understand we're going to look at a total of 7 properties. I know, because I have to say 7, because that Malibu one don't count, because it wasn't his and he never lived in it. All right, so this is what the place looked like from the most recent sale. So we could just assume that the place looks like this today. And as you can see, they did change the floors out, right? They still kept the paint, white, neutral, very, very neutral. They did some pretty nice upgrades for, a resale. They put some money into this. I think they may have lost money, to be honest with you. Yeah, they may have lost money. If this is, it looks like quartz. It doesn't look veiny enough. Pause. It doesn't look veiny enough to be a marble. But yeah, this is quartz. I'm calling it. It's quartz. If you want to correct me, feel free to do so in the comments. I love to be opposed. But yeah, they did upgrade the kitchen very nicely. Yeah, if they bought this for 1.5, I'm just looking at this just now from these first few photos. They put at least 100 grand into this place. So they may have not made a single dime. Like, they changed out the railing, they changed out the carpet, a new kitchen and floors. Like, the floors alone, right, is going to be about, for 2,000 square feet, you're looking, well, if they only did one floor, probably closer to 5 grand. They didn't do just one floor. So yeah, I'm gonna say for sure they put at least 75 to 100 grand into this place. Okay, they still got the granite in the bathroom. Yeah, because they didn't make any money from this sale. They lost money too. Wow, this is not a good investment to buy into this condo or to buy this penthouse. It's not a good investment. You see, they didn't change the tub in the bathroom. They only put money into that kitchen because they're like, man, we can't go too hard into this, because once you go too hard into it, it's like either you got to keep it or just be okay with the fact that you're going to lose money. So this is just of the building. So this is a full service building. It's a full service building. All right, and it's just, stuff that's downtown, or that part of Oakland that they're in. So while they were living in their condo, their penthouse condo in the sky, they were looking for a home. And the home that they found and fell in love with was this beautiful Spanish home in a city called Orinda. And with this home, they're like, we gotta have it. They buy it for 3.1. They buy it for 3.1 in July of 2013. So now they have 2 mortgages, okay? Which is, why it makes sense why they were willing to sell the other place at a price that they initially did not want to. But if you can get out of that, carrying costs, which is mortgages, taxes, you kind of are okay with moving on. So this is what the property looked like when they fell in love with it. It's by a lake. It's nice, it's quiet, it's peaceful. There's lots of land, so the chef was able to cook up on his basketball court. And I mean, look at this place. Like, it had loads and loads of potentials, okay? It's definitely done tastefully in the Spanish, especially for 2013. This is up to date. This is like completely up to date. There's really nothing to remodel. This was a completely turnkey home. They got it for 3.1. They got it for 3.1, which is actually a pretty good deal. To be honest with you, this was 2013. So that was around the time things were kind of like picking up, but you could still find really, really good deals. Like, you could find really good deals in 2013. 2013 was like that sweet spot. 2012 was, if you were willing to risk it, you made off really well in 2012 if you bought something and held on to it. 2013, you could actually see that things were on the way up, but the prices were still good. So if you had money, 2013 was a really good time to buy. And, not getting too far ahead, because I actually do have, the video of this property after they did a remodel. So when they went to put this property on sale, I also have a video that I put together myself. I put this video together myself. That's why it looks so bad, okay? Because it's just pictures, and the picture quality that I could get wasn't like the best. Again, this is 2013. We weren't living in 4K, okay? We weren't living in 4K, but as you see, there's loads of land, lots of amazing potential. And this is really a beautiful Spanish house. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a very tasteful Spanish house. I know the photos are grainy, but I'm telling you, it's a beautiful Spanish house. So they're living inside of this beautiful Spanish home, and Aisha says to Steph, Steph, I like it here, but I don't love it. I think I wanna change. I'm not in love with the Spanish house anymore. I found this one house that I think I'm really interested in. I think we should buy it. Steph's like, whatever you want, baby, I got you. So they buy a new property in October of 2015. And they decide to say goodbye to their Spanish home. And they put the Spanish home that they put so much love, as you can see, it's like, they put love into this property. The kitchen got upgraded. This is a massive upgrade to the kitchen without taking away from, you know, some of the Spanish inspiration. Like, they didn't go over the top and make it too crazy. And that was beautiful. They still have, you know, loads of Spanish tile. But anyway, they put all the love into this place, and they decide to put it on the market. It's 2015. Remember I was telling you guys that 2013 was such a good spot? Well, 2015, things picked up a lot, okay? I told you guys before, they bought this place for 3-1. So they know they put some money into it, and the listing agent, wow, look at that tub. The listing agent says, hey, let's put it on the market for 3.9. Steph's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's a good market. Next thing you know, they get multiple offers. They get multiple offers for the place, and they're like, whoa, this is crazy. We didn't expect this. Like, mind blown. They're over there, you know, putting in some work into the new place, so that's why they didn't have a rush to move into it yet. Like I said, they bought the new home in October. They bought the new home in October, so when they put this house on the market in 2016, it gets multiple offers. They settle in on terms and a price at $4,650,000. Swish. That's $1 million plus profit. They made money on this house, which they kept up immaculately. And they actually stayed in the place for 2 years. Because, you know, the condo, they were only in there for a year and change. They just outgrew that place like so quick. You get an NBA regulated basketball hoop. I'm sure that thing was expensive, because that's a legit court from the NBA. So yeah, they did very well with this particular property. This one felt like an investment. So they find this Mediterranean house in Walnut Creek that she just had to have. And, you know, Steph was like, baby, I got you. Whatever you need is yours. So they find this home in Walnut Creek that for some reason they, you know, just didn't feel compelled to move into immediately, or maybe they did. Who knows? I wasn't there, okay? I'm just trying to narrate a story and a narrative that makes the most sense, okay? Don't come at me, Steph. I wasn't there. But anyway, they find this house with this amazing wine cellar, which is probably one of the reasons why they liked it. It also had amazing views, something that they weren't getting from the lake house. So looking at these views and everything it had to offer, they said, hey, let's make an offer. Let's buy this place. They settle in on a price of 3.1. Again, back in October of 2015. The place sells. So now they have the Spanish home, and now they have this one. And they're probably thinking, we got a good deal. We got this one for 3-1. So, if we could sell our other place for a little more, great. It's a good thing that they sold that one at such a high profit, because now they're in the green. Because remember, they lost money on that first sale. But now they're at $1 million plus surplus of profit in their personal resident real estate transactions. So, not even a year later, Aisha's like, hey, babe, remember you said you got me whatever I want, whatever I need? And Steph was like, yeah, I got you. I'm getting that bag now because, I done signed this big contract. I ain't on that rookie contract no more. I mean, what you need, girl? She's like, babe, I found this one house. Okay. Man, they did a lot of work to this place. The inside does not look the same. Like, it was a complete Mediterranean. I know I just broke character, but this was a complete Mediterranean. She upgraded the hell out of this. Like, they were into this house for quite a few $100,000. Like, this is insane. Like, the level of work that they put into this place, insane. Completely insane. Look at the kitchen. Look at the kitchen. Okay. My bad. Back to the story. Okay. So Steph's like, yeah, babe, what you need? She's like, I found this other house. I know we haven't been here for a year, but I found this other house. I want it. You know what? I gotta pause right here. This is like a faux pas. This is such a faux pas. Okay. I want you to understand that this is such a faux pas. This is. I understand why. Okay, someone would take a picture of a low Carnu oven. Okay, La Carnu, or however you pronounce that shit. Just know it's an expensive ass oven that ranges from $30,000 to $300,000 USD. Okay, USD. It is super duper expensive. It's expensive as hell. So I get why you would want to like take a photo of it, but people who have money, they can identify that without there being a single picture for it. And the reason why it's a faux pas is because it comes off cheesy, comes off cheap, right? Like, hey, this expensive ass oven is almost the value of the house. But anyway, you can tell that Aisha has really, really good taste. She has very, very good taste, because this is too expensive, like, for this house. Too expensive for this house. Okay, this is the kind of oven you put into a $10 million house. This is not an oven for a $2-3 million house. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest, because you'll never get your money out of it. Like, you just added so much value to the house that you can't get out, because people who buy $2 million houses, they don't care about low Carnu. They don't care. They just want an oven that works, and they want a nice looking kitchen. They're not really focused on Miele appliances and stuff like that. They're just not. I know I'm not at that price point. I'm not expecting any of that. Well, obviously because I understand the value of stuff. I'm not looking to see any of that stuff in a house that's, $1 million, $2 million. I'm just not. But I feel like this is, a faux pas. Like, personally, I would never do this. And honestly, you can see nobody ever does it. When you do a video, you can talk about the appliances, talk about, like the quality finishes and stuff like that. That's normal. So I'm sorry I broke character again. Back to the story. So yeah. So babe, we ain't been in this house for a year, but what you find? Right? So Aisha shows him this house, and she's like, it's an Alamo. I know you want to be by all these other tech guys so you can, make that money work, boo. And he's like, you're right. I do want to be in Malibu. What we gonna do with this house? We just put in all this money. And he's like, you know what? Let's keep it. Let's let the family, enjoy it. Let our families, our parents and stuff like that. Let's let them enjoy it when they come into town. They have a nice place to stay at. I'm making this big bag right now. I got the bag, boo. So we can keep this house for a little bit. We don't gotta just sell it right away. Let's keep the house for a little bit. Let's buy that new house that you want, okay? I got you. And this is June 2016. They buy the new home in Alamo. That's the story, okay? They buy that new home in Alamo. Let me enjoy these pictures and stuff like that with y'all, because y'all probably muted me already because, I'm telling this story that nobody can verify. But just know that that's the story. I like the tub. The tub was super nice. I really do. I like the tub. This is a really nice house. I mean, the house is big. This is over 7,500 square feet house. So they went from, 2,100 square feet, 2,000 square feet. But when you say 20, it sounds a little bigger, to about 4,500. Now to 7,500. So, I mean, they're making huge jumps. They went from tiny apartment to quasi mansion to actual mansion. And he bought the actual mansion for less and it had views. So the unfortunate thing, when they did eventually sell this place in July of 2017, so they did hold on to it for a little bit. They already have a new home, by the way, if you pay attention to the story. They already bought the new home in 2016 of June. So June 2016, you know what? I got married in June 2016, man. I know that's like irrelevant because that has nothing to do with the story here and what's happening. But they buy the house in June of 2016 and they end up keeping this one for a little longer, okay? Remember, they bought this house in October of 2015. So they sell it eventually in July of 2017. And like I said, they put in a lot of money. I mean, just the oven alone was a huge, massive upgrade. So they bought this 3-1. I mean, so yeah, they bought this 3-2. They end up settling at just under 3 million on the sale. Ouch. Understanding just off the oven and the quality of the finishes and stuff like that I know Aisha has taste for. Well, they easily, because it's a mansion, they easily put possibly anywhere between 200 to 400 grand into this house. So I'ma just meet in the middle, call it 300 grand. So that $1 million over, in profit, they're still up on their value, to sell, right? Their value of purchase to sell between everything that they've been in. So they're not in the hole, okay? They're not in the hole, but that profit where they were winning, well, they took a nice chunk out of that profit, and now they're down back to under $1 million. We'll just say under $1 million. Let's just keep it simple. So $1 million profit, they're now at $700,000 profit between the purchases in this timeline. So Aisha was like, look what I found, Steph. I mean, this is perfect, right? It kind of has Steph in the lane, and it's gated, and we're in a gated community, and it's going to be private. This is why I wanted to move here, and we're going to be by all of these other people that you can network with. It's perfect. And Steph's like, whatever you want, girl, I got you. So they buy it in June of 2016 while I'm getting married at Palos Verdes golf course. Shout out me. While I'm getting married at the Palos Verdes Country Club, okay? On the golf course. But anyway, they find this place with loads of land, in a gated community, extremely private. This is like the perfect place. Just under 11,000 square feet of a home. I mean, 5 bedrooms, 10 baths, monster of a property, massive. This is the forever home, isn't it? Like, why would you move? Why would you move? This is perfect. So they buy it. They buy it. After all this time of moving every year to a year and a half, they finally find the home that they could just settle in on. It already has a playground area for the baby that they're just lugging around. Just little Riley running around the yard, Steph. She loves it here. How come we haven't seen the inside of this house yet? Pause. How come we haven't seen the inside? Don't get me wrong, the grounds are amazing. The grounds are beautiful. You know, the pool, obviously there's hella privacy. What's going on with the inside of the house? I'm curious. But anyway, whatever was in the house, it was okay enough for them to settle on a price of just under $5.8 million. Yeah, that's right. Steph had the money. Steph money was not funny, especially around this time. He was getting the bag, right? It may have not been as much as he eventually got, because for anyone who was following what was going on in his career, he had some very fragile ankles. And because of his fragile ankles, Golden State Warriors were able to negotiate a deal that was not a max contract, which is going to, be worth several hundred millions of dollars, which is what he's currently getting paid now. He's getting paid several hundred millions of dollars on his contract. Well, the contract that he had signed to stay, it was very friendly to the organization, but it was still loads of money. It was tens of millions of dollars. Okay, let's not act like he was like getting paid bad. He just wasn't getting those six figures that if he wasn't injury prone at that time, he would have received. But all was well. He still had all the money to buy a house that we did not get a chance to see inside. But given that the place was manicured well and it's in a gated community, I'm sure whatever the inside was, Aisha was going to change it. So Aisha wakes up one day and she says, babe, I love this house. I love what we've been able to do for the past year and 6 months. But I believe it's time again for another change. I kind of seen this one house, and it's in the neighborhood, so Riley can still go to the same school. Everything will be just fine. Wow, we finally get to see the inside of the house. We can't really compare to know what it looked like beforehand, but given again that the place is over 10,000 square feet, if they did put any money into it, it's gonna be anywhere. Wow, look at that kitchen. Oh my gosh, the kitchen is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Probably put anywhere between 300,000 to $500,000 into the upgrade. So, again, meeting in the middle. Who the hell are those white people? Did I miss that, or did I imagine that? Hold on. This, like they stayed, like this is staged. This is 100% staged because, you know what? I forgot. Oh my gosh, I feel so crazy now. Please forget that I said, who the hell are those people? Those are the people that bought the house from Aisha and Steph, because they sold it off market, I believe. Actually, not I believe. They sold it off market. So that must be the current owners. My bad. Beautiful Caucasian people. Beautiful Caucasian people. I see y'all. Y'all got good taste. Y'all definitely got good taste. I don't know if they put in this work or Aisha and Steph did. If you wonderful Caucasian people are watching, please feel free to comment and let us know if you guys added anything to the property before you ended up selling it, because these people they sold the house. So yeah, back to the story. So Aisha is like, this house It's still in the neighborhood. I really love it. We should look at it. And Steph was like, boo, I'm getting that super bag now. So let's go do it. Let's see it. Let's check it out, babe. Well, whatever you want, let's do it. So they go ahead and they purchased a place in the neighborhood in April 2018. They end up selling this place to the wonderful Caucasian people that I act like I didn't know who they were. I mean, obviously because I didn't. In December of 2018, so this was like their Christmas present when they bought it for 6.3. And I mean, what was done to this place between both of them, because I don't know who put in the work. This place came out beautiful. Like, just beautiful. Like, I don't really know a different way to explain and say the same thing, but it's just beautiful. Like, it just came out gorgeous. Like, everything about the property came out gorgeous for all of its almost 11,000 square feet. I mean, it's like a federal traditional home. It's very East Coast traditional. And, you know, it's completely modern inside. All of the moldings, you know, maybe that fireplace between the kitchen and the dining room split with the living area might be a little misplaced, but it's fine. But everything about this place is just beautiful. It's just beautiful, right? Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Am I putting a little too much dip on it? Miele appliances, as you can see. That's what you want. You want to do it right. For this kind of place, you want to do it right, because this is, once you get to that like $5 million mark, that's when people start paying attention to what you're putting in. They start paying attention to the appliances. As you can see, there was no pivotal focus on the appliances themselves. It just has to jump at your eye, because you have to know quality. Like, these are things like people would know, like either because you're in a business where you need to know, or because you got money. Okay, like some of you guys, you got money, so you know these are things that will pop out to you. Okay, just saying. Well, these fine people that owned the house, that put it on the market for sale, they end up selling it for 8.3. So Steph and Aisha sold this place to them for 6.3 after buying it for just under 5.8. So just 500,000 or so. If they put in the money that I'm going to again, because 10,000 square feet is a huge undertaking, easily there's going to be somewhere between 400 to 500 grand. And we didn't look into the place, so I can imagine that it needed an upgrade. So right now, if they did put in 400,000, to the place, that'll put them like at 6.2. They lost money on this place too. But the loss of what they had into this place, it's not as bad as it's not as bad as the last property where they clearly lost hundreds of thousands, right? This one, they may have lost 150 grand, 200 grand at the most. So right now that puts them at $500,000 in profit, okay, from their personal residences, purchase and sell. So they're still in the green. They're in the green still. So even though they're losing a little money on some of these transactions, overall, they're still in a net positive. So Aisha's like, Steph, this house is the one. It just got built. In fact, they kind of built it for us. It was built just for us. Like, we don't have to do anything to it. It's perfect the way it is. I love it. Let's just move in. This is the house for me. Okay? I promise you. Steph's like, it's okay. It doesn't matter, babe. We don't need to stay in anywhere you don't want to for more than a year and a half. Like, we can move. We're serial movers, okay? We do this on a high level. On a high level. We move on a high level. So they find this place, 8,100 square feet, brand spanking new construction. They buy it for $6 million. They're happy. There's loads of marble. It's beautiful. The level of finishes are immaculate. Okay. I mean, there's a tea party you can have in the closet. Like, it's just the bomb. Okay. It's the bomb. There's a guest house. Like, everything we need, babe, is here. Our parents can be here. It's perfect. You could put a Muscle Milk refrigerator in the, you can put a Muscle Milk refrigerator in the gym. Like, it's the bomb, babe. Like, it's got 6 bedrooms, 9 baths. I mean, whatever, babe. Let's move in. I love it. I love it so much. Steph's like, you know what? Whatever you need. I mean, you know I got you, boo. Well, there's one more thing. It's 2019. You know what we do, babe. We move every year and change. You know what we do. I found another house, babe. I found another house, but this time it's expensive. Like, I don't know. I know you always say you got me, whatever I want. Steph is like, how much is it, boo? What you need? She like, it's 30 million. Steph is like, what? 30? Oh, Aisha, you tripping. You tripping. But he's like, all right, let's go see it. Aisha's like, no, there's a problem with that. Steph's like, what you mean? There's a problem with that. They ain't built it yet. You want me to buy something that's not built for 30 million, Aisha? Come on, look. You know I love you. And she's like, I know. But what's love cost these days? Steph is like, where is it? Where is this place that doesn't exist yet? She like, it's in a city called Atherton. You're like, Atherton? You want to move to Atherton? Aisha, you bougie. But Steph like, you know what? I got you anyway, babe. I got you anyway. Let's meet and let's check out the renderings. And she was like, I have those. I have those. Look at them. They're like right here. Steph is like, damn. That's gonna be a big house, and it's gonna be real private. I kind of like it. Oh, look. You know, I know who lives around the corner. Or you know what? I think we could do this, Aisha. For real? For real, we could do this? Yeah. Just give me a minute. Let me talk to my venture people. And you know, we gonna make something shake, all right? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna leave behind the 6 bedrooms, the 9 baths with the gym, the wellness center, the home theater, you name it, boo. Even though it's all here, we gonna go somewhere else. And we still gonna have all that same stuff. It's just gonna cost more now. Yeah, babe, yeah. So they meet with the developer, the builder, the architect. They meet with them. They come up with everything that they need to know, and they break ground on this place in Atherton. And it takes time. It takes time, but they had the permits. They had everything they needed to move forward. They just needed somebody to buy it. They just needed somebody to buy it. So they end up staying in this place for a little longer, right? They stay in this place for a little longer. The place is finished. They make the purchase in June of 2019. Brand new construction, Nobody has ever lived in it. Nobody has ever even seen it. There's no photos of it on the internet. Trust me, I looked for it. I tried, but I did get you guys the renderings. So check it out. All right, these are the renderings. You know, back to the story. These the renderings, babe. So what you think? Over an acre of land. Okay, that's private. It's a little smaller. This is only 7,500 square feet, but everything we need is still here. I like it, babe. And you know, it's built from the ground up. It's beautiful. It's going to be perfect. We're going to make like these specific changes. I'm down. Okay. I'm gonna let them know, and we gonna work it out. So they buy it, $31 million in Atherton, the largest sale at the time, at least according to all of the news articles I could find. And I mean, just looking at these renderings, typical, you know, type of renderings, as in you're not going to see a whole hell of a lot of detail like in the inside of the property, but you know, there's maybe like a few pictures that obviously Aisha's posted online, or her probably like in the kitchen, something like that. I'm not going to go and, you know, do all of that, but just know they bought this 31 million in Atherton, and these are the renderings from it. I'll show you guys what the aerial view looks like as well, but you know, I'll do that after, you know, we kind of pause in the story. So let's just jump back into the story, because I'm actually, I don't know, this is probably like super cringe, but you know, I'm kind of enjoying it. You know, it's I'm entertaining me, so I guess, you know, at least somebody will be entertained watching this. But you know, just looking at the renderings, you got the pool house. It looks like there's also a guest house there. You know, I mean, it's nice. You know, it's not like crazy over the top. It's not like some architectural marvel or anything like that. It's a super, super nice house that kind of has some Cape Cod Victorian / elements, and, you know, a little bit of splash of French in there. I mean, it's nice. And then of course there's a lot of land for, you know, the kids to still play, you know, and stuff like that. But anyway, back to the story. So now we got this house, boo. We got to offload, you know, this place that you had me buy in Alamo that, you know, you just had to have, that was also brand new. So it just so happens that I got a business partner. Okay, I had a business partner, and he's willing to just buy it from me direct. He's willing to buy it from me direct. He's gonna give us 6.4. And, you know, we gonna make a little money on this. You know, just you gonna make a few hundred thousand. You know, so now we back up 800,000 on our purchases. You know, it's feeling real good. You know, we didn't lose any money on this one, and we only had it for a little over a year, because you know we serial movers, bae. We serial movers, and but I think this neighborhood, this is the perfect neighborhood for us. I could put the court out here. You know, it's over an acre. I could get my court. I can get all these nice things that I need. So it's perfect, boo. Steph, I know we just moved in. Aisha, what now? What now, boo? We just got this place. I know I'm the king of Under Armour. I know I'm worth $1 billion. I know I got everything. Like, babe, what you need? You know I got you. I love you. Okay. So what's the cost of love these days? Like, we just moved into this house that has all this stuff in it. I mean, there's only 4 bedrooms here, 5.5 baths, because we got everything else. We got the theater, we got the wellness center, we got the gym, we got the massage couple room, we got the dungeon, baby. We got everything. We got the study. You got your own office. I got my office. You got the kitchen that you love, the kitchen that you always dreamed of, that you made them build from scratch. What else could there be? Baby, I was walking down the block. Down the block? I was walking down the block, And I seen this one house, and I talked to them, and they said they would sell us their place for $30 million. Okay. We just bought this place for $31 million. Yeah, but it's 17,000 square feet. What? Babe, if you get me this, I promise you, we'll stay in there for more than 2 years. We'll stay in there for more than 2 years. I promise you. You sure? I promise, babe. If we buy this, because it's my money too. If we buy this, that's it. No more. I promise you, at least 2 years. 2. Okay? I promise you, babe. All right, let's go check it out. Okay. They're willing to let us in. They're fans. Okay, so they're fans. Okay. They're willing to let us in. So let's go see it. So Steph and Aisha, they go check this house out. And Steph is like, y'all just built this, didn't y'all? And the owners were like, yeah, we just finished it, but we're not gonna keep it. And this house is huge. It's 17,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 8 baths. So, everything that you can imagine is in there. Probably indoor pool, probably, stripper poles and everything that they could need to just like live in there forever. And yeah, so back to the story. Steph is like, we could buy this. We'll buy this one for $30 million. We'll buy it for $30 million, and we'll sell the place that we just got. We'll sell the place that we just got. Why not? I mean, it's only around the block, so it won't be that hard to move any of our stuff. Hell, we could just pack a bag and go move in, and then just have the movers come. So I'm down, babe. Let's do it. Thank you, baby, so much. I love you. So this is the house that, the billionaire ended up purchasing. It's definitely, nice. I mean, all we really have is renderings to go off of, but you can imagine that since it was brand new, the inside of the property is going to have like highest level quality of finishes, especially at the $30 million price point. You have the pool right here. They didn't stay long enough, so there's like no basketball court. You guys are going to see what the aerial of Steph's current house looks like, and you'll know why I say that he really didn't spend enough time there to like put those kind of things that are obviously important to him there. But of course, there was enough room to put like some sort of basketball court, but there's a couple of extra dwellings here, and again, this is like literally not that far from where he currently lives. Like he could walk to his old house. I promise you, he could literally walk to his old house. It's not far. But looking at this looks like they kind of kept the floor plan and the blueprint. They didn't really deviate too much from it when they build it. So it's nice. It's nice. Back to the story. So now, here is the house that they've been living in. And she kept her promise for at least living in there for 2 years, because they've had this place since the end of 2020. So they got it pretty much for Christmas, right? They got it for Christmas. I can imagine that they really didn't move out of the other place until either the beginning of 2021 or just shortly at, sometime after January. This doesn't make sense. I mean, they're still in the neighborhood, so it kind of really doesn't make any sense for them to do all of that. But this place is beautiful. Okay, this place is beautiful. There is no video because this one was sold off market. It was not marketed. How I got these photos, because I know how to find things. Okay, I just got to be real. I took the time. I found this stuff to make this video just for you guys, because why not give you the best available video, the only video available. I should watermark this video, shouldn't I? I probably should watermark this video. This is me probably reminding myself to watermark the video, because this is the only video of its kind. Okay, the only video of its kind. I took the time to get the best resolution photos. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they had a better kitchen in the house that was in Alamo, not the one that was brand new, but the one before that. Okay, the one on Stephanie Lane in the gated community. I like that kitchen a little better. The backlit onyx bar. I'm not really the biggest fan of the onyx, but of course they're gonna have every amenity you can imagine. Wow, this is like a hotel. They got the wet bar right there. Is this the primary? It has to be the primary, right? Yeah, this is the primary. Nice, beautiful standalone tub. Okay, but anyway, let me tell a story. They still had tape on the shower. They still had tape on the shower, but let's finish the story here. So Steph is like, all right, babe, this billionaire, he wants to buy the house, but he doesn't want to pay what we're asking for. Well, what's he gonna give us? What does he want to pay? He wants to pay $31,150. I mean, we haven't lived in a place, we haven't done anything to it. The taxes on this is a lot. So I'd rather just get out of this place, stop carrying the mortgage. Like we losing money here. Like all of this stuff is costing us like 50 grand a month just to hold on to it. It's 2021. Like it's time to let this go. Like it's costing too much. Like this just don't make sense to just hold on to it, spending hundreds of thousands every month. Like we losing money. So we're gonna take this deal from this billionaire from Singapore. She's like, okay, it's fine, babe. So now they're in the red for their purchases. They're in the red because they did hold on to this property. Like I said, they bought this current property in December, okay, of 2020. They end up selling the place that's, again, as you've seen, down the block. Well, I didn't really show you the distance between their house. Just know it's around the block. That's all I can tell you, because I don't really want to show where they live. There's already a crazy person that showed up to the house, quote unquote, asking for an autograph from Steph. And I just don't feel comfortable, giving that kind of information, at least in a video of where they currently live. Like, I'll gladly share where they previously lived, especially if it's a house for sale. I'm always happy to share a house that's for sale, because that does nothing but help everybody involved. Then it helps me, helps the realtor, it helps the people that own the place. But I don't feel comfortable giving the address. So that's why you didn't see an address or anything when I showed you the aerial of that last house, just to show you that it did get built. It was built. And it looks like the floor, the floor, they followed the blueprint in the floor plan. So anyway, they're definitely in the red. I could promise you that they're definitely in the red by holding on to this place, looking at it, and how much the mortgage was that they did have. Just know that they're paying on the mortgage alone. They're paying like 60, 70 grand, right? They're paying like 60, 70 grand holding on to that place, just in that. And then it's a $30 million house. And then, the taxes are what the taxes are. So you're looking at, easily, holding on to that place for 9 months to, a year. almost $1 million. Actually, over $1 million. Well over $1 million. To hold on to it. So they end up selling it for $3,150. And I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happened. So again, this house that they live in, they've been in it since 2020, December of 2020. They broke the streak of moving every year and a half I mean, they honestly weren't even moving every year and a half to 2 years. It was really every year to year and a half that they will move. And sometimes in some instances, they will move within less time. So that's crazy to me. But, you know, when you have as much money as Steph has, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's not like a huge deal, you know, but I think this is the one. 17,000 plus square feet in just the main house alone. And then there's a guest house, so there's plenty of space for the family. Another, like, I think 5,000 square feet. He's got everything he needs, the gym, basketball court, you know, the obviously movie theater, you know, every amenity you can imagine is going to be in this house. The wellness center with the steam room, you know, a sauna, everything. I promise you, everything is in this house. It's 17,000 square feet and it's only 7 bedrooms and 8 baths. Yeah, this place has everything. Wine cellar, panic room, everything is in this house. So it's still over an acre of land. It's still super private. There is a very unfortunate thing that is happening to them, you know, right now that, you know, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, is going to be a huge problem for them. And they're trying to, you know, go against it so they could stay, you know, longer instead of moving every year and change. Look at this. I mean, I like the bar. This is a very huge bar. I just not a fan of the Batlik Onyx, but yeah, they're having some you know, some things that they need to address. Otherwise, they are going to end up moving again. So we're going to talk about that right after this. But I wanted to show you guys an aerial, just one aerial, just to show you guys that this is Steph Curry's current house. So as you can see, this is the house. I don't know how clear this is, but this is the Steph Curry logo on the basketball court. He's got a hoop here and a hoop here. And yeah, well, it looks like there's also a hoop here, but this is being blocked off by, it looks like maybe some furniture from maybe hosting an event, or maybe just they had furniture that needed to be moved into, you know, one of the guest houses. And then you got the pool right here. So this place is huge, right? This place is huge. The little putting green right here because he loves golf. You got the area for the children to play. I believe Riley's too big for stuff like this now, but they do have a brand new baby, and they also have, I believe, what is it, Cannon, right? Anyone who knows, you can correct me, but I'm almost like 100% certain that the boy's name is Cannon, and Cannon is going to be playing here. So definitely huge house. It's amazing. So yeah. So before we talk about their big problem, I almost forgot. I did have a couple of photos of the place that they sold, you know, before being in this current home that's, again, in the same neighborhood, the one that I showed you guys. Okay, I'm still not giving you the address. Sorry, you thought you were gonna trick me. You weren't. It didn't work. But the home where all we got to really see was renderings and, you know, kind of the aerial view that I did show. She did an article, because I was really trying to just see if she did Architectural Digest or anything like that, but, you know, there was nothing there. But she did this article where she talked about, you know, her decorating the stuff and, you know, being a full-time mom slash chef slash, you know, bad businesswoman, and, you know, like a badass businesswoman, not like she's bad at business, but a badass businesswoman. You know, she has a cookbook, stuff like that. She has her own life going on outside of what the chef is doing. So, you know, definitely I found what I could find, and it was really just this, which was just like a couple of pictures of like what the kitchen ended up looking like in that place. This is not their current home, but I did confirm that this was the same place because there were a couple videos on Instagram, which I'm not necessarily going to show you because I feel like that's just kind of weird. Like, for me, it's having all of this information where I'm looking at houses and pulling all this stuff is already a stretch. So me going and pulling up her Instagram is not for me, bro. It's kind of on the stalkery side, and I'm good. So anyway, here's the article. As you can see, she's very cool. She's super cool, you know, with her Under Armour and such, with her Currys on, because, you know, that's her name, Curry. But you can see she has like a in this house there was like a kind of, it's kind of masculine, and she chose this stuff herself. This tone is like really masculine. It's nice, dark, and you know, it's sexy, right? I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, it's nice. But I'm saying that because, you know, it appeals to me, you know, because, you know, it's masculine. Like, it's a masculine palette, masculine tone. And then here's something that's a little more balanced. This is definitely more balanced. Very nice looking furniture here. These chairs look comfortable and they're not hideous. So that's nice. And here's her, I guess, outside, maybe somewhere on the yard or the I don't know, okay? I don't know. But here's what the kitchen ended up looking like. And I know this is the kitchen because there was like a video where she was doing the flambe, and she did the flambe, and then the fire got a little too high with the flambe. And this is what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Okay, anyway, so this is what the kitchen looked like. This is actually, again, on the masculine side, this is definitely a marble. I'm not even 100% sure. I wonder if it's in here. It's a blue Savoy marble. Told you. Blue Savoy marble. And, you know, it kind of looks gray, you know, from the picture and the lighting. So, you know, to see the blueness, you would have to kind of get a little closer. It's probably really pretty in person, to be honest with you, but it looks very expensive. It looks super expensive. And then there's waterfall edge to this island. It's really nice. Like, this is super nice. And then kind of like the same thing for the to cover the hood, and the little backsplash over here by the range oven. You know, it's really nice. And they have like a different palette over here. So my guess is that this is probably like a quartz, because again, it's, you know, I've said it over and over again, quartz is very durable, doesn't stain, you know, it's very easy to clean. Not that it does, I mean, everything stains, but it's really hard to stain it. Like, you have to do a bad job of taking care of it to stain it. That's why I say it doesn't stain. Everyone knows this, okay? Everyone knows this. But yeah, it doesn't stain, okay? It doesn't stain. Unless you just are terrible at taking care of stuff, okay? It's very durable. So having it being around the oven where you cook things, where you know, things might be hot, oily, splash, you know, some seasoning, all sorts of things can go on that, and you just clean it right up. So it's very smart that was the choice by the oven. But yeah, this turned out, you know, for what it's worth, nice, right? And then this is like the dining area, and, you know, again, the dark tones with the wood floor, and then the dark table. And this is like a nice marble table, but it's thin. You know, it's thin. Personally, the table that I would, you know, like to eventually put into my own home, not the one I live in now, because, you know, the Alive Edge wood table is really fancy, and my house is not fancy enough, okay? My house is really not fancy enough. And then this is like the nook area that's right by the pool. So, you know, breakfast area right here by the pool, and it's nice. Let's talk about Steph Curry's current big problem. the backyard, okay? Not in Steph Curry's backyard. So without necessarily going into the full like details and reading you guys everything that's like in this article, what is happening is we have some of the most mismanaged appropriation of government funding in all of the United States, which is one of the reasons why so many people are leaving California. The problem that Steph has is a problem that a lot of people have right now, especially in more affluent areas, and that is this quote unquote need to create more affordable housing. But you're asking areas that have major affluence, okay, to essentially build properties that will not be affordable to most people. You're not going to be able to have, Beverly Hills build more housing and expect it to be affordable. It's just not reality. You're going to ask people to essentially, you're asking people, regular people like me and you, okay? I wasn't even pointing to my skin. I'm just saying a person as a person, not an entity, not a company, not, an investment group. And by the way, the investment groups are the only ones that would even stand to benefit from this creation of affordable housing, because they can take government funding to build the housing. And then the problem will be left with the people who occupy the city. So to talk specifically about Steph Curry's problem, and then I'll probably go on like a quick rant because it pisses me off. And yeah, a lot of people are pissed off about it. But talking about Steph Curry's problem, specific problem, and bro, I'm telling you this right now, Steph, I understand, kind of your position and what you kind of stood by. You're not really like huge on politics, but you shouldn't be endorsing people just because you're endorsing people that are creating the problem that you have right now. A Republican wouldn't have pushed this on you, okay? And I'm just being honest with you. Like, I want you to understand that what Steph is going through right now is he has a neighbor who stands to benefit from developing multiple units that is essentially going to be right across from Steph's fence, which is the whole not in my backyard thing. It's going to be right across from Steph Curry's fence, meaning people will be able to see his children playing. People will be able to see him. If they want to skinny dip in their pool, they can't do that anymore. You're going to have more bodies and more traffic going through what is an area that, has very few people, because most of those places have at least 1 acre, because that's kind of like the requirement. Most of the homes in that area that he lives in now has at least 1 acre. So you're literally asking people to basically sell some of their homes or properties, because right now they're in a situation where there needs to be a certain amount of properties proposed to the state, that will promise to be built so the city can still receive government funding and, not get penalized and not have to pay more in taxes. And, they really get just get you and try to choke you. Like it's really like, it's criminal. To be honest with you, it's criminal. But nobody cares because, it doesn't affect them. But when it affects you, then you'll have a different opinion. And I get that this is really, really affecting like the 1% of people, but they're still people. Like, just because they're multimillionaires or whatever, it doesn't mean they're not people. They're people. Yes, they could pay a little more in taxes. Yes, they could do XYZ, but how do you know they're not doing that? Like, we don't know what charities these people are a part of, which is the reason why they don't pay so much in taxes. We don't know what foundations these people are running, that instead of paying it in taxes, they run it through a foundation. We don't know. You don't know. So, like, people judge people that are in different positions than them without even understanding. It's bad. It's just bad people. Like, just like when you're a bad person, money won't stop you from being a bad person. So it's like you're so jealous and angry that someone is like successful, that if you became successful, you would just be a worse person than what you already are. But this is besides the point. They're in a situation where they're saying that they need, the proposal is for 300 new properties that will be considered more affordable than the median of the area, which is a huge negative to the people's, to anyone's property value. That's the best way I can put it. To anyone's property value, it would instantly go down. So Steph Curry, who spent $30 million on the house that he lives in now, if these multi-units go up there and behind his backyard, because it's proposed, there's the guy that owns it is trying to develop 16 units, right? I want you to do 16 units, and I want you to average that to 3 people per unit, okay? Just an average of 3 people per unit. That is almost 50 more people. That's going to be 50 people, and they're going to be like, I live by Steph Curry. They're going to be posting on social media. They're like, it's going to be a huge invasion to his privacy. And this is the only home they haven't moved from after a year and a half. Like, this is the only house that they've been in for almost 4 years. It's going on 4 years. Like, this probably is really their forever home, and it's being threatened by, a government that wants to stick its fingers into something to try to fix a situation, but it's asking regular people to fix it. You're asking regular people. Like, again, these are still people. Some of these people that have these houses, even in like Beverly Hills, right? Some of them inherit these houses. It's not that they're just, bought it and for 15, 20 million. And again, even the people that do that, you're now making it their responsibility to find a way to build more housing. And, one of the things that can be done is to build what's called an ADU, right? Which is just an accessory dwelling unit, or, like a small guest house, right? Which is just a guest house. You build a guest house and that kind of takes care of it. But now you're asking people to build a guest house. And then guess what? They built this guest house. They don't even want to build the guest house. You want them to rent the guest house to a person? No. Now you're asking them to, like, come on. You're like, the situation is ridiculous. Like, you're asking people, okay? You're asking people to sell their land. Sell their land. Listen, sell their land. What if they don't want to sell? Then you still have a problem. But then you make it enticing, because if you rezone, guess what? That land becomes worth more to a developer. So your house, you might have a house, if you were to sell it today, it's like 5 million. But when it gets rezoned and you can build 20 units on that land or on that property to someone who just wants to make money, a developer, an entity, they can see an opportunity and they're like, okay, I give you 10 million for the land. A lot of people are not going to say no to that. That's 10 million. Like, and I can move and not have to be around this. Like, I'm just gonna leave and leave anyway. So it's a really, really bad situation that Steph is in. And I mean, it's to the point where, he has like the neighbors are on his side because nobody really wants to see that. But he's just asking like, look, if you want to do this, like I'm for there being more affordable housing. I mean, who really isn't for more affordable housing? But you shouldn't force it into specific areas. Like, we have a huge problem with our government here in California being mishandled, right? Our government is being mishandled. The government is destroying people's lives, and it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. And again, it's really only affecting a small percentage of people, not just the 1%ers, but people within the 5 to 10%, right? People within the 5 to 10% that actually can afford to live in a nicer area. And it's affecting everybody that's in that percentage. The regular, person who's just like living paycheck to paycheck, they don't care. They want more money and they want cheaper housing. Okay, they don't care where it is. They just want that. And I mean, for me, the way to fix the problem is simple. It's simple. The government, especially here in California, owns a lot of land. Just create more infrastructure and create more tax incentives for businesses to come back here. Create more stuff. We already lost Tesla. Okay, we already lost Tesla. You're not hearing me. Tesla started in friggin' California, Silicon Valley. We're losing businesses left and right, all because the government is just mishandling everything. I'm talking about you, Newsom, specifically. California is not safe. Like, it is being terribly ran. Like, our government here sucks right now. Period. I don't care if it's Democrat. I don't care if it's Republican. Me personally, I lean more towards on libertarianism. I think we need less government in the way and letting businesses and people create more opportunities for each other, which is how this country was founded on to begin with. But that's besides the point. Okay, this is besides the point. All I'm saying is we have a huge problem right now. Steph is included in it now, but he's still endorsing the party and the people that are a part of the problem. And it's really unfortunate because he has a big platform and a voice, and dude, you gotta endorse just the right person, the person that is right. And I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't prefer any candidate right now over some other people that are out there that don't have the opportunity to become president. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I would like to see things turn out better, but yeah, his situation, he might end up having to sell his house for another loss. I know I did all that to say for another loss. This is because it's a real touchy subject for me, but he might have to sell this place at probably the biggest loss if they forego with those 16 units, which it doesn't look like that's happening. It looks like they're trying to push the ADU route, but the government is being, like I said, is just really, really bad that they may not accept that in the future. But yeah, that's our problem now, quote unquote. There's not enough affordable housing. We have a homeless crisis and all this other stuff that our government doesn't know how to fix and doesn't, to be honest with you, it doesn't want to fix it. They raise taxes, like they increase taxes on other things, make us more unsafe than what we already are. And nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. Nobody seems to care. The regular person doesn't care because it's not really affecting them. But to people who have something to lose, this is like destroying our futures. This is destroying every opportunity I have to getting into the 1%. Let me make that just We all should be striving to get into the 1%. But when we have a government that is putting stuff in the way from us getting into the 1% or getting to the 1%, you know, as fast as possible, like this is harmful, right? This is harmful to my future, which is one of the reasons why I am going to move out of California. But anyway, enough of that. I could probably go on for hours on this issue, but that's his problem. I think he's going to end up having to sell for much less than what he bought it for. He might end up having to sell it for, you know, 24, 25 million. Like, if that gets approved. If it gets approved. And the thing is, he would know, and everyone else would know why he's selling. Because it's the news. The news is everywhere. So it's really unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the houses and the stories that were told here today. It was very exclusive, okay? It's a very comprehensive video. If you want, this is only if you want, okay? If you want, I'll be more than happy to just leave a compilation of the houses without me saying a single word. I'll put some music on it, you know, put a watermark on there so, you know, nobody tries to steal my video. And, you know, to be honest with you, if I put it to you like this, I honestly don't care about the watermark, but I do know everyone else puts a watermark and steals people's stuff and then does voiceovers and then pretend like anyway. And when they do it, it's such bad quality. At least if you're going to screen record someone's stuff, at least screen record it at the highest quality that you can get. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, I'm always here. If you have any suggestions for, you know, whose houses you would like to see that you can't find on the internet, I'm the guy. I'll find it, I'll put it together, and we'll have a video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And for those who know me and for how we get down here, okay, I'm saying goodbye to the people who aren't here for my favorite part. Goodbye to you. I hope you have a fantastic week. But to the people who know that this is my favorite part of the video, and this is where we kind of sit here and chat, you know. After watching the Olympics, I always get extra motivated, extra inspired, seeing those people that represent our country put on gold medal performances, and it's just an amazing thing to witness. And the fact that it only happens every 4 years, meaning that, you know, by the time that I'm 40, right? Time that I'm 40, I can only witness it 10 times. Like, that's not a lot of times, right? But you think about, man, the next 4 years. The next 4 years, the Olympics will be here in Los Angeles, and it's going to be hell. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, it's not going to be a good time. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Even though I'm going to participate and go to a few different events, understanding how everything is spread out is going to be hell getting to certain events. That's the best way I can put it. But that's okay, because when you really want something and that thing is going to bring you happiness and joy, well, that's all you care about is the end result. Forget the bumps in the road and the zigs and the zags and the things that you gotta hurdle over. You just gotta put your Sidney McLaughlin on, and you just gotta jump over and hurdle and set a new world record. You gotta put your Masai Russell on and get your hustle on and burn through them hurdles, you know. If you know, you know. okay. But shout out to those women, by the way, because what they did was truly amazing. And like, I was just blown away, like, hello. But anyway, there's always going to be something in the way. But what's most important is what's at the end. What's at the end? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to get to? Where are you trying to go? And that's all that really matters. Some days will be not as good as others. But you know what? Today is never bad when you got another chance. There was something that happened earlier in the year where a friend of mine from high school and junior high, actually they're brothers. They're two brothers that I was close with in junior high and high school. Their mother got into an accident, and complications, and unfortunately she's no longer here. And it's just another reminder that even people that you can love and appreciate, you never know what's going to happen. You never know that one thing that can just like take you out, seriously. So the last thing you should be doing is worrying about little things that are in the way. Like, you gotta find ways to just look at it, and no matter how bad you think something is, no matter how bad your day is, like, you still have another day. So don't waste it, because at any moment, none of us have to be here. I'm saying that, like, none of us have to be here. And if we're here, let's make a difference. Let's make a difference in the people's lives, because I've met their mother, and she was a wonderful, wonderful person, and amazing soul. So my condolences go out to them right now. And she raised them right. I can tell you that much. Because they're very close. They're very close with their parents and their family. So it's just a sad situation. But putting everything into perspective. Don't let a day go by where you don't at least try, okay, to be the best that you can be, to do the best that you can do, if it's not for you, but at least for the people that you love. So that's the message. Everyone have an amazing week. And I know this got sad here because I just started thinking about it, but I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.